Welcome to another exciting Thursday night. It is May 9th, 2024. We are two men in a room. I'm the angriest man in Orlando, still angry, and my co host.
I'm Vernell, also from Orlando. So, Anthony, now you just say you're the angriest man in Orlando, correct?
Yeah, yes.
But I thought
But I
we
got to
just
update.
okay. So,
What's
right, because you just discussed, we just discussed the other day that I've heard you had a scooter that you ride to work,
right? So the
electric
update
scooter.
is if you've noticed on the other Angriest Man in Orlando channel, we haven't done a video in the last couple weeks. I haven't been quite as angry, which my doctor loves, because I have picked up a new vehicle. I would classify it as a hybrid vehicle. And it I wake up a little earlier, but I don't have to deal with I-4 traffic. It's a lot less stress. So it's a good thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you didn't see any of my notifications, picked up an electric bicycle. And the hybrid mode is basically you could pedal it as a regular bicycle, or you can have the electric motor assist you, or you can use it fully electric mode and you're just throttling down the road, whizzing through. So it's been a fun experience. It's something different, not an electric driver or anything, but it's built well. Suspension could be a little softer. There's some adjustments that I'll do on it. And then, it's built for somebody as tall as I am, so it's actually working pretty well. So if you see somebody flying through with headphones on, that could be me. That maybe not, because there's a lot of this is starting to catch on. There's a lot of scooter riders and electric bicycle riders. It's starting to catch on in Orlando. So I would suggest Orlando, catch up on your infrastructure and start building bike lanes now so you can get ahead of the curve, because if gas keeps going up, you're going to have a lot more people on these electric two-wheel vehicles going around town, especially in the tourist district. I know they used to have the Lime scooters out there, which I don't
They
know if they
still
still
have
have
them.
them out. They
Yeah,
do?
they still have them.
Okay. I would have thought they went out of business or something, but and then they have the Wheels bicycles, which I actually did a stint working for them for a little bit, but we won't talk about that. And so these vehicles are popping up in major cities, and due to like the stress of driving on a highway that's so congested and dealing with high gas prices and everything else that's going on and insurance going up like crazy, you're going to see a lot more people on the electric vehicles. And I think you should plan ahead and, make it as easy as possible. At the very least, start looking at sidewalks if there's any trees growing underneath them and uprooting the sidewalks, which then forces the sidewalk to basically raise. That's not an enjoyable experience for anyone walking or on a bicycle or scooter or
So,
anything.
so you want the city to pay attention to this because you ride a scooter,
Not just me, there are others.
but
And
you
I
never
think it's just
but you never brought this up before.
it's not a good visual when you're walking around, especially a tourist area, and you see your sidewalks are all jacked up with cracks and all kinds of
Well,
other
that's the
stuff.
road too. I mean, I just bought some nice wheels on my car, and look, I hit the potholes and everything else in the road. So it is what it is.
I
What
mean,
we
the
gonna do about
potholes
it?
aren't as bad down here as they are up north. Have you ever driven around New England or Mid Atlantic states?
Child, no, you know not. No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no,
you got to
no.
take a ride around in the wintertime, January, February or so.
Well, first of all, you know
And
I'm not going to go nowhere where it's snowing. I'm not going to go nowhere where it's 40, 30, 20 degrees. I'm not doing all that. You know
but
this.
just go see the seasons.
Okay. I mean, if you say so, but whatever. I mean,
You will see potholes that are about a foot deep. Those are
Speaking
the
of,
ones that will break your rim, flatten your tire, and ruin your day.
well, speaking of gas prices, I went, of course, tomorrow Friday, I got to go get my granddaughter.
Mhm.
I went to Shell gas station. That's the only gas I prefer.
Right.
Child, why they done took $92 off my car for gas? Ain't pumped not a penny.
Oh, that's the pre-charge that they do sometimes.
$92.
Yeah, to make sure you have enough money on there. It's just it doesn't actually go through. It's just like a pre-authorization
Oh, that
charge.
stresses me out. That just stresses me
Yeah,
out. So moving
it'll
forward, I
go
would not
away.
pay at the pump. I would just go inside and then I ain't
Yeah,
got to worry about all the foolery. It's too much. It's just too much.
they're just making sure they'll get their money, and you are who you are.
Okay. So what we got going on for tonight?
All right. So, speaking of traveling, our first topic is going to be something that was discussed a little bit this week. What would happen if we were to leave Florida? So, the movie Civil War was out there, and, what would happen if there was a civil war and maybe people had to leave states and go to other states to be part of whatever country they wanted to be? So, if you were to leave Florida, where would you go? What would be an option for you?
For what? For me?
Yeah.
Uh, eh, Georgia, Texas. Um, those two states was in the talk. I go to
Mhm.
Georgia. I mean, Georgia not as expensive as Florida,
Mhm.
so Georgia could be a major one for me. I may do it next year. I mean, me and my family talked about it, but I'm not scared to go to Georgia. I mean, Texas. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not scared to go. I will go. The only thing that stopped me from really going, I just got to make sure that the job is jobbing when I get there because I got to have a decent paying job.
Right.
So if I'm gonna leave
So,
Florida, yeah,
would you stay in a big city or would you move to something smaller?
I'm more of a big city individual. I done been in Fort Pierce, majority of my life, right? And
Mhm.
Fort Pierce is it's a small little town, but now that I experience Orlando, I love the big city. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, life is what you make it.
Mhm.
The city is what you make it. So I like big city living, but if I go to a small town, trust me, I'm only gonna be 20, 30 minutes away from the big city because I ain't going too far from it. So yeah, I
Okay.
like the big city living. There's nothing wrong with it.
So you chose Georgia or Texas, you said, right?
Well, either one. Either one.
A- Any reason why those two and not another state or?
Okay. I like being honest.
Mhm.
We visit Texas, me and my family,
Mhm.
and my niece and them, they fell in love with the shenanigans that go on in Texas, right? So
Okay.
it's more they speed, the day parties and the nightlife. So they live for all that. So I don't look forward just for that,
Mhm.
um, like they do, to be honest. I just say, hey, long as I got a decent paying job, I'm staying in a safe area, neighborhood, I'm fine. And then
Mhm.
I'll eventually branch out to the clubs and all the little shenanigans that they got going on. So, but Atlanta, we visit Atlanta as well. Atlanta is, I mean, some parts of the outskirts of Atlanta, I should say, is cheaper than Florida. So I give
Mhm.
Atlanta that, and they have a great nightlife as well. So either one, my family been to both, so it is what it is. I'm not afraid to move out of Florida. Would you move out of Florida though?
I would. It's become extremely expensive, especially in southern, we'll say southeastern Florida and central Florida.
Okay, me and you are different
Uh,
though, because you do not care about moving out of the state by yourself.
right.
I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I got to have somebody I know. I got to have some family members or something because I'm so family oriented. So
Mhm.
I'm just not moving out of state by myself. You do not care. Why don't you care?
I mean, I've done a long distance move before, so I know what to look for and where to start searching for stuff. And with the internet now, that would be like so much easier. Like the other time when I did a long distance move, I actually had to go to the university and sit down at their library and use their computer for internet service because it was just not around as much. So like we did that and we ended up moving pretty much across the country. It was north and south across the country, but it was across the country. And so you find out that if you can knock down a few things, like find somewhere to live, at least get a couple of resumes out for a job, you you find it's pretty easy to be able to maneuver places. Certainly look up where you're going first. If I were to move out of Florida, it would probably be up to Tennessee. Um, I like the seasons. I'd like to go maybe see a little bit of snow, not like terribly cold, but cold. And I'm in a field where there's a job almost everywhere in America in that field. So it wouldn't be terribly hard to get placed somewhere else. It won't be exactly the same as what I got now, but I think even you'd still be able to find a job in that field and be able to go with it. And then it's just, finding a place to live. You know, the first one you won't pick up in a new area, it's going to be sort of your tester. You're probably not gonna like it, but at least you'll see, like, are places more expensive? Are places cheaper? You know, is this neighborhood good? Is this neighborhood not good? Some people say, like, take a vacation to where you wanna go, spend a couple days there, drive around, look around, see what you like. But, like, you just sort of pack up your U-Haul and, sell off anything you don't want, and you just move, go.
Well, child, I just need a U-Haul for my clothes and shoes alone. That because it's just not gonna fit in my car. So I
No.
just got too much.
So you
I
get
would
the
say
trip.
I would say a majority everything, but I love my bedroom set. So
Mhm.
probably I just keep that, sell everything else, but my shoes and clothes would not fit in my car. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
So I mean,
you'd
I'm
probably
not.
need an SUV for that.
Yeah, yeah. And then the SUV, I got what 90 pairs of shoes. So it's it'll be a little tight. So
Be a
it
little
is what it
tight,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing it by myself. I'm not.
No?
I'm not. No, I can't. I can't. I just
Okay.
can't.
Now,
I'm
what if
not
you
worried
got a
about.
promotion and we're told that we're setting you up somewhere new, we'll pay for the move, we'll get you, first 3 months started,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Now,
then
now,
you're going.
now I can work with all that right there. I have
Mhm,
another choice. Some family members going to eventually follow. That way I don't have to worry about a job. The first 3 months free. They paying for the
mhm.
moving expenses. So hey, I jump on board quick. Now that my grandbaby is older, you know, she'll understand but won't understand at the same time because she just love her papa. So, but I would do it for that. Honestly,
Mhm.
I would definitely do it for that. And but eventually somebody in my family coming, I ain't got to even worry about it. So
Here
I would do it. I
here
would do it. I would do it.
here here's some inspiration for you. Be like the Ingalls family, just pack up and go from Mary Jade Skywalker.
I know, but I understand, Mary J. I love you.
Mm,
I just don't do the by myself thing.
yeah.
No matter what, I don't go to the movies by myself. I don't go out to eat by myself. It's just me. So everybody's different, you know,
Mhm.
but I just can't do it by myself. I would love to have someone to go with me.
Yeah.
So
See,
someone that,
we come from a family and heritage of, we just get on a boat and go. Like that was how our people were able to, you know,
And I
see the
understand that.
whole world before everybody else, plant our posts and our markers where we
Yeah.
went, and spread the good word, as they
My
say.
family would go crazy if I told them I was moving out of state and no one is going but me. They would lose it.
Mm.
I go out of town now. I have to put on my location so they can know my every move.
Really?
Oh yes, they do not play. My
Like
family
just
do
send,
not play.
just take pictures of where you are and send it to them, and be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm checking this out. I'm
yeah,
checking that out."
they do not. Hey, that's the first thing they're gonna say. Hey, turn on your location. That's the first
Oh,
thing they're going to say, and they're gonna call me. I got a sister call me every morning. You all right? You okay? I'm like, yes, everything fine. So you know,
mhm,
it's just they love and support, and they want to make sure I'm okay.
mhm,
But I would go though. I would honestly, for my job, yes.
mhm,
Yes, but the only thing I'm nervous about, like if I move out of state, I'm not worried about the apartment. I ain't worried about none of that. That's the easy part to me.
mhm,
That's the easy part. It's just finding the right job if I have to start over on a new job, because you got to
mhm,
make sure that you're fitting for that job. Hoping you like it, hoping you get along with others. It's just hoping you get the right schedule, hoping you get great days off, the days that you want off. So I don't know. The job that I have now it'll be hard to beat.
mhm.
It'll be hard to beat, to be honest with you. So yeah, it'll be hard, but it could be done. You know.
Now, would you ever move out of the country?
Oh no, no, don't worry
No,
about it.
no.
No, no. I got a grandbaby. I can't be moving out of the country. What I'm supposed to do about her?
You could Skype.
No, 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 no. She gonna want to
It'd
be
be
with her
fine.
papa. She gonna want to be with her papa. Now, if she get older, uh, I might, but I
Mhm.
don't. I don't see me living out of the country.
No.
I got to be
Mm.
madly in love with somebody, and they talk about let's move out of the country. I'm gonna look at them crazy for one. Like
Mm.
you got to. Is this a joke? For one. But if that individual is serious, but I don't know. I don't know because it's funny because I be watching House Hunters International.
Mhm.
You know, and I see people just the little couple, and they'll move clean across the earth, just out of the country, and say it's okay. Just them two. I'm like, I don't know.
I
First
mean,
of
I
all,
hear, I hear Costa Rica and the Philippines are cheap to retire to. So
okay, what I'm supposed to do about my garments and my shoes?
you UPS them.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
Well, it's
That's a
just
lot of
once to
money.
get it to there.
Well, yeah, because I don't see me selling nothing like that. No, no. I don't know. I don't know about out of the country. I have to really give it some thought. I have to be
Okay.
like deeply in love to even for someone to approach me with that.
Mm.
Yeah, you'll move out of the country?
Interesting. If America goes down,
Oh
yes.
Jesus.
Um, might might do Canada or England.
Hmm.
Canada or England. Have to
Okay.
see like where they're at the time, but
Like, see, I may try
yeah.
Canada because it's not that far from New York. So it's like a what, 4.5 hour drive?
From New York City,
Yeah.
like 6, I think.
I thought when I Googled it, it said 4.5 drive. Okay, even six not
Depends on
bad,
what
right?
time, but
So yeah, I would go to Canada because I'm right here and I'm close to New York. So yeah, I would consider that, but all them other places, no, don't worry about it. No, no,
yeah, they just got to get
no.
their internet back up.
Okay, well,
Canadian internet's terrible.
but I will move out of the state. I will move out of the state with
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
It just
we
got. It's just the job. The job got to really give me what I'm looking for in order for it to happen.
It'll still be 2 men in a room, just an extended room. That's all.
It'll be an extended room. I'll be in one
Right.
state, you'll be in another.
There we go.
All right. So
Speaking,
okay, go
what's
ahead.
up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, speaking of separation, so there's a TikTok video going around, and I'm sure a lot of people who are on TikTok and on X Twitter have been wondering why they keep seeing bears or men in their little scrolling window and stuff. So there's a TikTok video that came out of a girl, I believe she's in her early 20s, who says that if she was stuck in the woods and had the option of being stuck with a bear or with a random guy, she would rather be stuck with the bear than the guy. And the reasoning she says is, well, the bear won't hurt her as much as the guy will. She actually said she could probably just punch the bear in the nose and she'd be fine and no problem. So there's been a lot of talk on both sides of whether she's right, she's wrong, she's retarded. I don't know. So since everyone else is asking the question, I thought we'd ask the question: which do you think would be better, being stuck in the woods with a bear or being stuck in the woods with a random guy?
Well, of course not a bear. You know, first of all, she's not going to even punch the bear in the nose. There's no way. I just say a random guy because when you meet an individual, that person could seem very mean, intolerable. But I guess if you
Wait. I feel personally attacked.
why you say that?
It's I'm joking. Go ahead. Keep going.
And you can really get into this individual mind or thought, like, hey, let's talk about what's wrong. Tell me about your past. And you get to communicate and then you get to know each other. So with a bad child, please, you can't do none of that. You cannot do none of that. It's either gonna eat you for dinner, slice and dice you with them nails and paws, and because if it hits you, you're gonna get so long on the other side of the earth by the time he hits you, you know. But no, put me with a random individual.
With a random man.
Right.
Okay.
I'll be fine. As long as they ain't no killer. Let's wait. Let's back this thing up.
Okay.
Let's back this thing up because you got some crazy people out here in this world. Hey, we got to talk about what the random guy is because you have different kinds. Me, I'm a nice guy. They'll fall in love with me. You the angriest man. They may not like you so much, but you're not a killer. So we could conversate. They could conversate with us. Some individuals, I don't know. I don't know about it. I just think she's not thinking it through. Because how you just gonna punch a bear in the nose and think it's okay? No, that's not okay. She sounds stupid for saying it.
Okay. All right, let's unpackage this. With her being in her young 20s, and she was, give her like a 4. She was cute, but not anything special to write home about.
Well, okay, wait.
What?
So she's a 4 out of 10?
Yeah. She's like any other typical girl at college. Like, she didn't look at anything special. So, I'm assuming she found this question somewhere because I don't think she has the mental capacity to actually come up with it. But she's in her bathroom, I believe, doing something and brushing hair or something. And she says all this, and her, I think her reasoning is she's seen a lot of guys break her girlfriend's hearts, and maybe even she had a couple bad relationships herself, and she's taking that as every guy is a terrible guy. It's not the first time. It's probably not going to be the last time. A lot of women are starting to look at it like this. So for the sake of not having to deal with an aggressive guy or an angry guy or somebody who might even rape her or something like that, she would rather take the chance that the bear will just walk around, not really notice her, and maybe walk away. And that is her mentality,
No, the
which is
bear
terribly,
going to
terribly
notice
wrong.
her. Right. The bear is going to notice her. And I understand she's been hurt. She's seen her friends be hurt. But there's a chance she may meet that right individual, because all men ain't bad, all women ain't bad. It's just
But if
meeting the
she
right individual.
but if she has this already sense of I don't want to meet another guy because I'd rather meet a bear, it's like you're already like talking yourself out of the whole thing. And you probably haven't even met like 10% of the guys in your town. Never mind like 10% of the guys in America or 10% of the guys in the world. So how can you really sit there and tell other girls, hey, it's much better to meet a bear than a man? Like it's absolutely ludicrous. And
Right. She's just talking out of her head. She's hurting
oh,
right now. She gonna change her mind because
I've
I
been
mean, she
seeing
know.
it's not just her. I've been seeing a lot of videos where they do the on the street interviews with people, and they were doing a lot of women, and I think 90% of them said bear, 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 bear. So what's going on? I mean, is it that bad out there, or are we naive, or are we just not, assuming everyone is just okay, or what do we do?
I
What's
think
going
they're
on?
just running into the wrong individuals because they haven't met the right individual, I should say, that makes them happy. And then you can meet the right individual at first, right?
Mhm.
And then as time go on, you thinking it's the right one, but at the end of the day, child, please, they ain't no good, you know. Because nowadays, people, especially the young generation, they don't care about what other people think most for the most parts of it. They just want what they want, who they want, how to get it, and then they done with it or whatever. But they need to take into consideration that, hey, I met a nice individual. I really like this person. Let me try to change. Let me try to do better or whatever the case may be. But there are nice people out there in the world that's ready for a relationship. It's just finding the right one.
Right.
Child, people better be like me, child. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. It is what it is. But everybody want to be loved. Everybody want that companionship. And I get it. But I just rather be single than to go through it because some people just silly and childish.
Right. I mean, the only way you're gonna get out of that situation with her thinking is if you had like Smokey the Bear out there, unless it's Yogi with a picnic basket, uh, unless it's one of those Polish bears that they trained back in World War II to run the little bomb into the shelter
Right.
and then run out, like a circus bear maybe. I'm trying to think who else. Bucky the Beaver from Bucky's gas stations. Maybe you got to run into him too. Like, this is not Snow White's forest over here. You're not going to
Right.
run into creatures who are going to sing and dance with you, and it's going to be a great time. Stop thinking the world is completely backwards. There's tons of nice guys out there. The problem is a lot of women, much higher on the totem pole than you, ran through those dudes, destroying their self-esteem. So
Oh
they don't
yeah.
want to come out. Like I told somebody today who was asking me, where's the dating market at? I said the smart money's already left. Like the guys who know of what's going on in the world, they're not bothering to go spend money on a weekend to go meet people anymore. They'll call over some friends, hang out at the house, hang in the pool, play some music, and maybe they'll meet somebody that way. So if you really want to meet someone, try the speed dating thing. It's a controlled environment. There's other people there watching you. You get 5 minutes with people. If you don't like them, you're done pretty quickly. You know, it's it's not going to be a great market out there right now because again, the nice guys, they're home. They don't want to deal with the rudeness and the not calling me back
Well,
and
you got
not
guys out there
messaging
that's
me
rude.
back and
They
all that other stuff.
it's vice versa because you got guys out there that's rude and silly as well.
And that's fine. I say, ladies, don't deal with a douchebag. Don't deal with a douchebag. Men, get your act up. Do what you got to do. I'm on a bike every day. Every day is leg day for me. I'm getting my body into physical shape at a physical peak. I'm getting mentally stronger each day, financially stronger each day. Other men do the same. But at the same time, women, if you're dealing with an idiot, he's probably going to stay an idiot unless he suddenly picks up a book and starts reading. So don't deal with him. Don't deal with him. Realize
well,
that
people got to stop jumping into relationships. You got to take the time out to get to know this individual. And I know you're not going to physically or mentally know them within months or whatever, because some people just keeps a lot of things bottled inside, right?
Mhm.
So, but if the person is open and honest with you, you can get to know an individual, pretty quickly. And that's what's wrong. Like, they don't want to just say, hey, these are my flaws. This is my baggage. Hey, can you help me? Are you willing to accept it? Whatever the case may be, because some baggage ain't all bad baggage,
Right.
But then you have some baggage that's like, listen, I'm not dealing with that kind of baggage at all. But you really got to take the time out to get to know an individual. Try to do Google, go on the clerk of court, find out they got any felonies. Do they have any misdemeanors? It's okay, because you need to know who you are dealing with.
Get a private eye on them.
Yeah, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, you told me you ain't have a damn felony, but when I pulled you up, you got 5. So that's a red flag. Don't worry about it. Goodbye. We're not going to go through this. We're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I've got a good question that you can try on people that I'm going to actually put on my ex Twitter. So go over to Twitter, type in the angriest man in Orlando, and I'll post that question so you can ask future prospects. And it's a pretty good way to get to know where they're at in their life. And they'll kind of tell you everything that's going on in their life. It's a really good question. But like he says, you have to find out where people are at first before you start jumping into stuff. And don't always assume everyone is at the same level as you are. So you want to try to find someone at the same level, but don't assume everyone is. There's 8 billion people on the earth. So 4 billion are the reverse sex of you. So there's a good chance there's somebody for you somewhere. It might take a little time, but going through 4 billion people it's a lot of time to deal with. So
right. Don't be battered fish. Don't be battered fish. Fish mean female. Don't ever let a man
fish fry.
Don't ever let a man put their hands on you, because if he do it once, he'll do it again.
Right.
I just feel like you should get out of that immediately, because it's no good to you or your surroundings. So, always put you first in a relationship. And if a man hit a female, he's not a man. Yeah. Get out of ASAP, and do what you got to do, because I've seen, I love a good first 48 and love Dateline and all that. I watch all of that, and
this comment fits you perfectly then. Did you hear about the poor lady who went to meet somebody in the afternoon and he stabbed her to death?
Right, that's what I'm saying. In
I did not hear about that, but
yeah, me either. In Atlanta, that happens a lot, because they done met someone on some dating site and all that. See, it's very scary out here in this world. So,
but here's what I say: get out and explore. Like, don't go to the same bars or the same places you go to. Don't go to the same websites you're going to. Try something different. Get out of your comfort zone a little. If you need to, bring a few friends with you. You don't have to go at it alone. If you don't have friends, talk to your neighbors.
I just feel like if you're going to meet individuals, you got to meet in a public space. I don't care if you got to go to McDonald's and sit down. Child, please, we're not alone.
There you go.
I mean,
who's going to McDonald's?
I'm just saying, don't let that individual come and pick you up. Meet that person there. Meet this person there. What?
Didn't we have a video where she didn't even want to go to the Cheesecake Factory? Now you're telling her to go to McDonald's?
Listen, I'm
Wait a
saying do
minute.
not
Wait a
meet this
minute.
individual alone because you never know the intentions of this man, right? So you got to go in a public place to where you could be seen and heard,
Well, yeah.
because your life is always on the line. You don't know. So it's best to be safe than sorry. Child, please order a small fry, wait for him to get there. Hey, can we go somewhere? No, 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 no. We need to stay right here. We need to stay right here and talk.
No
I'm
Netflix and
sorry.
chill.
Right. Don't be taking those side roads, back streets, and all that. Just always have an open mind. Because you just never know people these days, I'm serious.
There's no submarine races at midnight.
I'm just saying, no. Because it's sad that people have intentions on hurting other people. So you got to always be aware of your surroundings and, never let your guard down and always, think like, hey.
Right, but don't have this mentality either that every guy you're gonna go meet is gonna
Not
kill you.
every, but child, please,
Not
you can
every
run
guy.
into that one. You can run into that
Okay.
one because you just don't know.
There are still some great guys out there,
Of
but you're
course.
gonna maybe have to go to spots you're not normally going to meet them. Like if
Well,
you
child, y'all
go,
better meet up. They can meet up, and if not McDonald's, go get a pedicure together. I don't care. Well, we
if you
going
go to
somewhere.
your spot and there's Rico Suaves everywhere, and you realize that you've dated them before and they've just treated you like crap, stop dating the Rico Suaves. Go try something else. Go find a Justin Bieber looking dude. Look at him. He's married. Him and his wife are going to have a kid together. That's great. Promoting having children and everything. That's awesome. There you go. See, it can happen to people, but you might have to go to some place you haven't quite been to find something you didn't know you were looking for.
Well, I don't know, but whatever you do, be safe. That's all I gotta say. Whatever you do,
Right.
be safe about the situation,
Right.
and always tell your best friend, tell your mom, dad, somebody, so somebody can know what's going on. Because everything, you don't have to keep everything a secret. Just do what you need to do.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, don't always keep things a secret. Somebody need to know
Just
something.
send a
Just in
text to
case.
somebody.
Right.
Hey, I'm at,
Right. And baby, when you get out the car,
Domino's or something.
take a picture of their tag, send it to your best friend, send it to your dad, mom, somebody, child. This is what they driving. This is a tag number, something. Because it ain't going down. That
Get
easy.
shield on it. And
Right.
looking for it. Yeah.
Oh, no. Just be safe, And that go for men too, because it can happen to them as well. So.
Or just wear a hat that says SWAT, and they'll just assume you're with the cops, so they won't ever harass you. And there you go.
Hey,
ladies, that's a free tip for you.
Hey, and that may be a good one. Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a police officer.
Oh, okay.
Child, if you don't hear from them no more, you already know what time it is. They already convicted felons. They already convicted felons. They don't want to deal with it. So hey, but if they stick around, you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, you just leave the force after a couple of weeks and decided to take a less risky job. There you go.
Right. That's it. Yeah. So hey, we done solved the problems for everybody.
There we go.
There
All
we
right.
Go. Hey, so hey, it is what it is. Tell your police officer, it'll be fine. If they stick around, they is meant to be there. If they go away, they convict the felons. They ain't got time for it. They scared. They hiding something. So don't worry about it. Let them go.
There you go. Best advice.
I like that.
All right. Here's another problem that's coming up. So there might be a TikTok ban. So the government basically gave TikTok two options. One, you can either sell the US version of TikTok to another company and they would run TikTok, or you could just be banned from the country. And it looks like from sources that I've heard, TikTok has decided, well, we're going to take the ban and then we're going to file a lawsuit against the US government.
Really?
So what do you think would happen if TikTok is banned from America?
What difference does it make? You just go back to Facebook and keep it pushing. That's it. I mean, it's not that serious.
But look, we just had stories from TikTok. I'm gonna miss all these stories and all these
Well, hey, we
weirdos
got
on
to
there
right. We
doing
got
all
to
this
do what we
weird
got to
stuff.
do. I'm not a TikTok individual. I was,
Mhm.
I don't go on TikTok and all that. If I see it on Facebook, if it's funny or interesting, then I'll take a look at it. But if not, it is what it is. Make your video on Facebook and keep it pushing. Ain't no need of stressing about it because it's not that serious.
I will say this: I honestly think that TikTok was a front, and China was literally just putting the stupidest stuff on there to see if Americans would do it. Because who remembers the milk crate challenge? Remember that one where people were building these
Yeah,
pyramids of milk
yeah.
crates and literally breaking their ankles trying to climb the thing?
Well, ain't nobody tell them to do it. You should always. That's the problem. Everybody want to be a follower. Sometimes you got to be that leader and say, I don't think so. So I'm a leader. I'm not going to follow no in and everything when it comes to stupidity. I'm always gonna think. So
I
hey, but if,
mean,
if they ban TikTok, it is what it is. Go back to Facebook, do what you need
yeah,
to do, and you'll be fine. Go to YouTube, it'll be fine. But
it,
it is what it is.
I mean, it was literally like having your drunk best friend try to do stuff and see how far they were gonna
Hey,
get with it.
yeah,
That's
but
what it really
if they
became. It
banned
was
it,
just like, what,
bye bye. They're gonna
you
come up
know.
with something else. So what's the difference? They're gonna come up with something else.
But here's a comment. It might be a hit to the US economy. Do you think the economy will take a little bit of a hit?
Because of TikTok,
Yeah. A lot of people make good money off of TikTok.
that's not my problem. That's not my problem. It ain't gonna the economy is not gonna take a hit because of TikTok. Child, please. No. No.
No, no.
No. No.
I'll
It's
say
not
this
happening.
though.
And who
If
asked that question anyways?
oh, that was Ernst Putin or Boughton. I'll say this.
You do know who that is,
If
right?
the yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
If the ban goes through, I would seriously buy as much Facebook stock as you can, or it's Meta now. It's Meta because yeah, there's a report out that says about 75%, I believe, of TikTokers will just move over to Instagram and keep going it with it,
Okay, well, because
and
Instagram
then
still around, other
yeah,
things,
they'll go to
other
Snapchat
platforms.
and
Yeah,
other
other platforms still
platforms.
around. So the economy ain't gonna take no hit because TikTok is
So
being banned. Who
now the money
cares?
will just move around.
It's
Now,
just a move to somewhere else. That's it.
if OnlyFans goes down, the economy's
Really.
crashing. The
No, it's
economy is
not. No,
crashing.
no, it's not. No,
You will
it's
not
not.
have all these women
No.
buying their bags, buying their new cars, buying
Listen,
their new
listen.
homes.
No, they're gonna come up with another alternative
It'll
to make
crash
their
the
money.
whole
Trust me.
system.
Child, if OnlyFans go down, it actually it need to go down. It need to go down.
We'll tell the guys to stop spending money on there. What
Well,
there was a
hey, that's
survey.
their cause. You can't tell nobody where to spend their money. If that's what
Out
they
of
choose to do, by all means do it. But the economy ain't gonna go down because of that either.
out
They
of
just gonna go
12,
to another
hold
platform.
on. I think it was like 1,246 guys they surveyed. 90% of them were married men. 90% married
Because
men. It's not even the
right,
single. I can't even blame the single guys on this one.
right.
It's the
Because
married men that are
because
spending all
what
the money on there.
when they wives not making them happy, they turn to the left or turn to the right,
Right.
and that's what happens. Instead of what you're getting yourself into before you get married. You know what you're working with. There's always gonna be
No, no,
somebody
no, no.
over
Wait,
here.
no,
What?
no. Well, hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
yes, yes,
Hold
yes.
on.
Let's talk about it, because you know
Let's
me.
talk about it.
Right.
I had a relationship where I got into it and she turned around a couple of years later and was a completely different person, physically, mentally, emotionally. So it does happen sometimes. It
It
does
does
happen
happen
sometimes.
sometimes. That's why you okay. So it's a good thing it happened in a couple of years, right? Before you got married and all this other foolishness and carry on. So that's why I say you should always get to know the individual.
Get to know them.
Get to know it's so important to get to know them, because now once you get to know them, you're gonna find out a lot of things that you don't like about this person. So
Right.
listen, okay, I see this come out of this person. This person said this. This person said that. So this not my forte. So I'm finna back out. This is not me. And you move
Right.
on to the next or whatever.
That's
You ain't gonna be that harsh or whatever, but you really got to take the time out to get to know the individual before you commit yourself to them. Because, child, there's some stupid people out here in this world. You know this.
Oh yeah.
And if you're in a marriage or a relationship, if you're not pleasing them, of course they're gonna go to the left.
Right.
And find that individual that do, but they still want you for the comfort because they have stability. You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna sneak out without you knowing, but they want this comfort, because they know, hey, home, I'm comfortable, I'm peaches and cream, we got it going on. But over here, I get my little swag and come on back, and that's it. Which is wrong now. I'm just saying, it's just wrong. Because I just feel like if you're not being pleased in any way, form, or fashion, get out of it and keep it pushing. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
But
I mean,
it is what it is.
It all depends on how much you can put up with, and you can't put up anymore.
Right. But don't put up with too much to where you're making yourself unhappy. Because always keep in mind, you come first. You come first. You should always be happy in your relationship. If you're finding yourself not being happy, then it's time to move on. I'm just saying.
Then, maybe this is why, you have so many breakups now.
Why? Because people not being unhappy? Because a lot of people are unhappy?
One, people don't know what they want.
Right.
2, people don't present themselves as what they were. 3, I think the abundance of things like OnlyFans and all these different dating sites and everything, you see this, I have so many choices that you can't make a choice. Like, you ever be on Netflix and just be searching through movie after show after show, and
I
2 hours later you haven't watched anything?
But listen, you can't compare your life to OnlyFans and all that other foolishness now. You just spice it up. You better play cops and robbers, and you better be Gene, and the other one be Joe, dress up, do things to spice things up. But don't compare your relationship or your marriage because we don't hit the OnlyFans and you done seen this other glamorous stuff going on. Child, please, because at the end of the day, you're not them. You're not them.
Yeah, because OnlyFans is single-handedly funding the U.S. military. I get the joke. There's quite a few military wives that are on OnlyFans.
Okay, well, I've never been on OnlyFans. I don't get into all that foolishness and carry on. That's not my forte. I'm not saying it's bad for others, because everybody's different. But once you're in a relationship and you find yourself a good individual, stick it out with that person because that person's showing you that they love you, they care about you, and you should do the same.
But if that other person says, I think I could do better.
Okay, then you scoot to the loo, my darling. That's it.
Okay, so what happens when they leave and then find out they couldn't do better?
Right, because the grass is not always greener on the other side. Don't think you finna trollop back on the horse over here back to me, thinking it's gonna be cute. It's not. It's not.
So don't accept the back?
No. Okay. Because you always got to remember when this individual left you, you already hurting. Right? Okay, so you got to continue to hurt until you get over the person. So you might as well just continue to hurt. Why let that person back in your life because he thought something was greener on the other side? No.
But then you got all the power.
No. No, I don't want all that. No. Bye. You thought the grass was greener when it's really red on fire. Now you can't handle it. So bye. Don't let nobody back in your life because they done left you because they done seen the OnlyFans and all this other foolishness for no reason. No, don't let nobody back in your life because they done left you and now they want to come back because it's not green on the other side. Is you stupid? No, You already hurting, your heart hurting, child. You can't eat, sleep, drink, all this other food. You talking about let them come back. No, let them stay gone. It's just that simple.
When it's over, it's over.
When it's over, it's over. Child, stay on over there, and I'm gonna be fine. Because you don't miss your water till the well run dry. And trust me, it happens a lot. So when you do find that right one, stick with that person.
Hmm. Well, we'll have to see how all that goes.
Right.
TikTok and OnlyFans and all the others, and
all the other foolishness and carry on. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah. Well, we had some good advice, and we had
Right.
some. I might have to give up my title of angriest man to this man over here. I mean, you had a good rant there for a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah.
You gotta look out for the people.
Gotta look out for the people. So, anything else? Any other interesting stories you heard or anything?
No, that was 50 minutes already.
That was
That's
50
crazy.
minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want, we can start doing 2-hour podcasts on the weekend or something.
No, my weekends be very, very busy. You know how that goes.
All right.
So, okay, quote of the day. Always put yourself first.
Okay. Always put yourself first.
That's right. Put
very
yourself first. Don't tolerate no foolishness. Don't tolerate.
Very Christian-like.
It's gonna be all right. We want to thank each and everybody that joined us tonight. Me and Anthony greatly appreciate each and every one of you. It's the weekend. It's Mother's Day. Go out, treat your mom. For those that have lost their mom, we send our condolences. It's gonna be okay. But for those mom that live, appreciate your mom, because everybody don't have a mom. Right. So take the time out. I don't care if it's an hour, out your time. Let them know you appreciate them. It's the little things that count. And me and Anthony, we love you for free, and good night.
All right. We want to thank everyone for watching tonight. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, get everybody in on this party. As you see, we read our comments. You post a comment, we're going to read it. We try to bring in some funny ones, some controversial ones. So we're a very interactive show. We're all here for the good times. So we'll see you next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Wish you all the best. And have a great weekend, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.